Hello and welcome once again to Top Dog TV's Short Sports Shorts. Today's offering is the first in a new series of episodes in conjunction with footballnewsviews.co.uk and playerprofiles.co.uk. This series will be on legends of the game and will focus on three different aspects of their career. Today we start with Rene Higuita. When you put aside the scorpion kick save from Jamie Redknapp, Rene Higuita had three distinct legacies. The Colombian was a larger-than-life figure and inspired people. His short-term legacy was more about how the loss of his personality affected the whole Colombian national team. With Higuita unavailable for selection in 1994, he was banned from leaving Colombia due to an ongoing legal battle over a kidnap case. When one drug lord had his daughter kidnapped by a rival, Higuita was called in to ask to mediate between the two. He brokered a deal and handed over the ransom money. The grateful father handed him a gift of money which saw him go to jail for profiting from a kidnap case. Without Higuita's presence, the national team folded when the pressure hit. With Colombia in the grip of a violent drug war, the national players were receiving daily death threats. Former Colombia striker Faustino Asprilla admitted he found it difficult to concentrate on playing his game without Higuita around. The death threats had been happening for years, but with Higuita around, he was absolutely fearless. The rest of the players just shrugged them off. Without his presence, according to Asprilla, the Colombian players would be in fear constantly while playing. Even during the national anthem, they would be checking the stands for gunmen and waiting for the shot to ring out. As it turned out, they had good reason for their fears. After a disastrous tournament saw them on the first plane home to Colombia, defender Andre Escobar was gunned down. It is believed to this day that he was shot for scoring an own goal in that World Cup. It seems odd to suggest that one player could have made such a big difference to it, but the Colombians themselves believed that his inspirational presence would have changed it. It just shows how highly he was rated by his fellow players. Incidentally, Higuita was never charged with any crime, though he spent 7 months in jail. He was later cleared of all wrongdoing and paid damages. That was not Higuita's only legacy. He also inspired a generation of goal-scoring South American keepers, in particular Jose Luis Chilavert, who was a great in his own right. However, his biggest legacy was his long-term effect he had on the game, how his style of play led to a change in how tacticians viewed goalkeepers in the game. Keepers had never been seen as footballers before them, but as a separate breed in their own right. The only thing they were expected to do with the ball at their feet was clear it into touch. Higuita changed that and became an essential part of a short passing, possession-based system of play. That eventually led on to the tactical system we now see Pep Guardiola employ. The inclusion of a goalkeeper that is also a footballer allows the system to work to its fullest. In possession, teams can play higher up the pitch knowing that the keeper was behind them looking to sweep up any loose balls. He also offers an out ball if needed. Knowing that he is good enough to pick a pass, it also puts pressure on the opposition team. They have to decide whether to press him, in which case they leave gaps in behind them, or leave him with the ball and cede possession. It has become a big part of the Pep master plan, having a keeper who's good enough to pick out the player in space when needed, hence the long search for one good enough. His team's constantly drilling, retaining possession through short passes, drawing the opposition on, then pinging it longer into the space they leave. Having a goalkeeper that can get involved in that just creates more space and more time for his players. As we have seen this season, having the right keeper for that plan works wonders. It is certainly a big legacy for a keeper who was often dismissed as a clown in European circles during his playing days. It is little wonder his hometown of Medellin has erected a statue of him. So there we have it, Higuita, more than just a clown with a scorpion kick. A true legend of the game, deserving respect.